Right, I'm just following the advice of a guy I stopped earlier on, and he says if you come to the right it's just like a grass track takes you round and up. So I'm still following the the Swinner Gill, where it's getting very, very thin now. And it looks right, I'm going around the corner here into the gorge where they squeeze through, and they come up on the other side where there's a flagstone path eventually when you get to the top, and you get onto the main road. Then it's like a stone track road, proper road. So I've just got to make sure I didn't fall now going around this gorge because I think it's pretty high. Right, come here, I've left me bloody zoom on. I hate doing that. Right, so I'm just going around this corner now. As I'm going further on this grass track at the top of the gill here, it looks more and more precarious. So I might have to take the dog off his leader so he doesn't pull us over and trip and fall over and down into the gully. But I don't know how I'm going to get right round and up the top of the valley there, because I don't know if the path goes all the way around safe or it hasn't collapsed further around. So I just have to take my time and just go around bit by bit and see where I come out. So I'll bring you back. I might have to put my camera away in my bag so it's not dangling on my neck and bouncing all over the shot as I'm bending down holding onto rocks. But this is the state of play at the moment. I'm at a bit of a dilemma now. I don't want to try and scramble over the top with the dog, and the path is just a non-path. It's just like scrambling over bits of rocks where people scramble over the top, but obviously they're proper able-bodied people that's done that. But I think people have actually scrambled down there as well and started walking through the gully. But I think I'll only get so far with a dog and then probably end up having to come back. So I think what I'll do is I'll go down so far into the gorge here and see what it's like further round. But you've got to come back out the gorge anyway and go right to the top. Right, so I'll go down here and have a look inside the gorge. I'll bring you back. Right, so after going down into the gully there and looking around, there's big deep puddles and slippery rocks and all that, and it looks like it's just going to get worse as you go around the corner into the gorge. So it's just too much for me to cope with. So I've started to double back on myself, and I'm going to go back down there to where the people go down over the bridge and go up over the top past the ruins and see if you can get down to Gunnerside Gill that way. And he's starting to pull already because he's seen two sheep. Look, little bugger. Right, so I'm going to go back down there where you cross over the bridge. I think they call this area East Grain. It's trying to spit on with rain and all. Like for the last hour, on the odd occasion I found a little drop of rain, and the wind's bringing it over this direction towards us from the Swale, River Swale. So I'll have to double back to the fork in the path and then go down to that bridge there, then go round up past the ruins. So at least I'll go past the waterfall now. But yeah, I can definitely feel drops of rain now, like, so that's going to bugger up the procession. There's walkers I saw earlier on with the big handbags. Okay, so I'm back down onto the main stone track now that comes around the corner here over this arch bridge and goes up past the ruins up there. Because I've just been up there, but as you start to go through the gorge it gets worse and worse and worse. So it's become too difficult for me with the dog to go up there. So I've doubled back and going along here. And I'll ask these walkers when I pass them further on if you can get right over the top towards Gunnerside Gill. Because I've never been along these paths before. This is the highest I've ever been up Swinner Gill. So this is all boggy marsh, bloody hell. Of course I can't make a decision for myself to go left or right because he just pulls us through. Right. That's it. Right, so when you get around this corner hopefully you'll get on a better track. But I've seen loads of walkers come up here. They go 3/4 of the way up and then they start coming back down, so I wonder if it gets too difficult to get any further as you get to the top. So I hope I didn't have to do the same thing, gone right the way at the top near enough, then have to turn around and come back all the way back down. But that's something down beside those waterfalls. Right, so let's go around the corner past these ruins. Surely you should be able to get right to the top of here and go up over the top and see Gunnerside Gill on the other side. But there's more little whitewater rapids and waterfalls higher up, so I hope the path's not a washout or something. Oh, son. But there's those walkers up ahead of me with the big handbags on, going up the sheep trail. Right, so where's this waterfall? That's further back there. Right, come here, son. Probably have to go down here to go above it. So there's the sheep trails that I've just come along on the other side there. That I took the higher one through that gate over there. Some minor ruins just up at the top there and all, where the track goes off to the left, higher up. Right, come here. I want to get a shot at the top of these waterfalls, son. Come here, don't go too close to the edge. Well, that's where they're going down there, look. There's a big lovely pool down the bottom there. There's some water trickling down the side of the hill as well, going into it. Just looks like a tropical beach, it's so clear. So that's looking right back down the valley where I've just come along from, along that sheep trail, through those rocks, on the top pathway that is, then drop back down. Right, so let's see how we get on here. I'm going to follow those two waters up there with the backpacks on, and I can see a marker post at the top end there. They're just approaching it about 50 yards away. There's loads of holes in the side here with rabbit warrens. So I would imagine that people do wild camps here because it's a nice flat soft grass area here where I'm walking on, where it's all rocky as well. I can just see another walker beyond them two, where the pathway must go off to the left and go right again, starts climbing up the hill. So you must be able to get right up and look right over the top. Right, so I'll bring you back. This will be a nice place to sit down, have your sandwiches and a cup of tea with a flask, or just sit down and get in the sun, have a drink, and get your chocolate biscuits out and that. Because there'll be a lovely sun trap here with no wind down in the valley. But at the moment they just know what to do. Like I say, I felt a couple of drops of rain earlier on, so it has been trying, but I don't think it's going to break through. And according to Ventusky, it wasn't going to rain at all. Might get a few drops of rain after 1 o'clock this afternoon, so it's nowhere near that yet. So I'll just keep on going, higher and higher up the Z path. But it's all stones and loose thingy, so it's quite hard going to get up there. But here we go. Right, so I've got to this point here where it says public footpath, and they put some new slabs in here for steps to go help you go around and up. So that must be a way up over the top to go toward Gunnerside Gill. So I've just stopped with this little bit of a waterfall just beside this footpath new sign. Now those two lads went straight ahead up there and round the corner, so they must have went up these stairs and round. Let's have a look back down the valley. There's a tree growing up the side of the hill there. There's a stream running downhill and fanning out at the bottom there to jump down into the main stream here. And that's looking back down to the ruins. Some new lovely slabs that come away from that wood marker post here saying footpath, and makes it a little easier to get up and around this corner here. Just stepping on these slabs. I'm tripping all over. I'm tired with him pulling on us again. I'm getting fatigued. And when I do, I drag my feet and I trip over even more. So I'll be starting to get out of breath again soon going uphill. And then when I get tired and fatigued, I start getting angry with him, start shouting at him. Especially if he nearly pulls us over and I trip over. Right, so I'll stop recording for now. Getting out of breath here. The higher I'm getting up this path there's more slabs now to help you get up to the top. And there's loads of white water rapids coming down. And another stream coming down from the right there. So it's quite a spectacular sight coming up here from Swinner Gill, coming up the valley here. After crossing that half round bridge, like the tunnel entrance. Right, so up and onwards we go. I've just got to keep stopping, catch my breath for 2 minutes, then continue. Still I feel drops of rain now and again. Now I'd love to let the dog off so he stopped pulling on my left arm, but there's sheep on the left hand side and they keep appearing out of nowhere in the long fern and the gorse, so I cannot see them. So I've got to keep him on the lead. Wait till. Oh, that's it. Oh. So obviously this is going to take you right to the top of this valley, but I don't know where it comes out of because I've never been this way before. But there's the sheep up there. Look, you can't really see them when they're in the long gorse. There's one on the path higher up there, and he's got his eye on them straight away. Come on, Howie. But he's watching sheep, he forgets everything else, including dragging me along. Right, more slabs higher up where that sheep is. Right. Right, this pathway just keeps changing from new slabs to loose stones, as you can see. And then higher up again, more new slabs to help you up over the top. I'm knackered now, I'll have to stop at the top and sit down, I think. Oh, he's pulling like hell. You get me butt across his bloody hind leg in a minute, because I cannot reach down to smack him one. Look. I think I'm going to have to invest in a dog sitter so I can come out and stop getting all these bad vibes. Getting tired with him pulling and nearly pulling us over. He's very, very tiring. There's a road along the other side there, coming round, look. Right. Oh yeah. Whoa! Shit, man! Right, so that's the foremost track that comes up from the road I came up from Gunnerside. When I walked halfway up the road, there's a foremost track goes off to the right, and that's it there, brings right up here. And brings you up to meet this road going up round to the right, look. So I'll be crossing over, getting onto that road, then going over across to the right and heading over toward Gunnerside. So this is where Gary Fisher and his mate came along here. Then they went up onto that road. So I don't know how they've got in that video where they scrambled up through the gorge, because I think they came this way where I am now, and the stepping stones go around the right and get up onto the stone track there, look, up ahead. Right. So it'll be easier going once I'm on that stone track. This reminds me again along the top of the Cheviot, where you've got this big slabs like this, look. That one's got a big round metal plate in it. So these stones go around the right, look, go uphill and onto the road. You follow the road to the end and bear right and go over the top of the moors, over to Gunnerside. And then turn right and walk down Gunnerside. Right, so you come to the end of these stepping stone slabs, and it goes up right to right, join the stone road there at the wooden marker, and then you go up 100. Right, I've had to change just another battery and put my bag back down to get it out of my backpack. So hope this one lasts a little bit longer. But I'm just filming the end of the slab stones here where they go up the steps onto the stone road or the wooden marker there. But there's a little stream where it starts from, coming down to go all the way down to those ruins at the bottom. And there's some just there, look, on the right hand side of the path. And that's looking back along the road, going back around and down towards the road that I walked up towards Ivelet. But now I'm going up to the road here, bending round to the right and then going over the moors towards Gunnerside Gill. So I'll bring you back. That's looking back to the slabstone path that I came up from Swinner Gill after walking so far up the road towards Keld. But I followed the track all the way up where it meets the stone track road, and now I'm heading across the moors where you pass the road going off to the left, which takes you up higher towards the Blakeswade Dams. But I'm going straight ahead all the way till it drops down to see Gunnerside Gill. Then I'll get on the trail that leads away to the right and then head down towards Gunnerside and back to the car. Right, so I'll bring you back. I'm getting so far up the stone track that I've come up off the slabs onto, and you can see some wooden fencing, corrals or something on the left. And there's also a wire fence coming from the right to meet this track further up, look. So I've got to keep going up this road, past the road that goes off up to the left, which, like I say, takes you higher up towards Blakeswade Dams at the top of Gunnerside Gill. But this one I'm going straight on, and eventually I drop down the waterfall stream down to the tracks that lead you past the ruins at Gunnerside Gill. So that's where I'm heading now. I'll probably bump into loads of water at the bridge slab that goes across the two streams when I get there, because plenty of water's out today. But the weather's trying to change now. I keep feeling drops of rain every now and again. So it looks like I'm coming up against a big gate where this wire fence comes across to meet it from the right there. So I'll be going through there and drop straight down again. But these must be big corrals or something for when the farmers corral them to shear them or something with the joggers now. Right, so I'll bring you back. Right, so that's to the big gate after coming up the road from those slabs on that pathway. And I'm just looking over to the right there. There's two big water expanses. I don't know what they are, but it just must be a flooded area of the moors, like a tarn. There's a little one to the left and a bigger one on the right there next to the fence. It's probably just flooded after loads of rain and the water doesn't seep away to the ground. But I'm now starting to get to the top of this hill where I can look down, and I think I'll be looking down into Gunnerside Gill area soon. And there's a wood marker post coming up, pointing down to the right, I think. Oh, sheep up ahead now. Come here, on your leader. I have to put him back on his leader. Come here, son. Right, see what this marker post is as well. Right, so that's where the road goes off to the left, up there. But you just go straight on. Eventually it takes you down into the valley of the Gunnerside Gill. Come here, son. Come here. Let's just wait until I get to this wood marker and I'll put it on video. See what it's saying. Well, sea to sea means coast to coast walk. So obviously you go down here for the coast to coast walk. Right, come here, I need you on your leader. There's sheep down there. Come here! Right, I'll stop recording. But definitely straight ahead, I can tell straight away by the terrain, and I've walked along those paths on the opposite side, so I know I'm coming down in towards Gunnerside Gill area. And you head back down that way to go back to the village, and I'll pick up the car. So this is where Gary Fisher came with his friend, and they went down here, then they ended up on the opposite side on the way towards Surrender Bridge area, and then they cut across the moors, then came across the top houses and down into Gunnerside village from the top end over there. So I watched that video a couple of times to see which way they went. So they've gone right down the bottom, past the ruins, up over on the other side, on that road that we come over from the Surrender Bridge, and then they must have hit a path halfway along. They went right across the moors, then down through the houses into the village. Right, so onwards and upwards.